104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam.
All right, my friends, there's a little event. Actually, it's a pretty big event.
It's a huge event.
It's a huge event that we want to tell you about. Little sidebar is what I really meant before we get into the prank. Sam, tell us about it.
Of course. If you're looking for something to do here on Sunday, it's May 4th. Doors open at 6 p.m. Steve-O is coming to Houston's own Bad Astronaut Brewery. It's one of my favorite brewery spots. It's north of downtown, and it's his Crash and Burn tour. I've been seeing it all over social media, and I was like, this is going to be crazy.
And Steve-O from Jackass.
Yes, he worked with Johnny Knoxville. Like, you know how
and he does stand up, so it's not like he's just like, hey, dude, go do a money grab. No. You're getting a show.
He's
been
it's going to be a
comedian for like 5 years now.
Right. He has his own YouTube channel that he's been promoting. He's had so many different guests on his podcast. So it's going to be a live event featuring Steve-O with a mix of stand-up, comedy, stunts, and video clips. It's going to be about 90 minutes long, which is going to be a bunch of fun. It's 18 and up only. But you can go and buy your tickets. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. It's about $30 for a general admission. And they have a lot of free parking along the street, which is
Bad
great.
Astronaut Brewery.
And it's Bad Astronaut Brewery on Sunday,
What's
6
the address
p.m.
there? Do we have the address there?
Yeah, for Bad Astronaut, it's 1519 Fulton Street, Houston, Texas.
Sam only knows that by minutes from her house.
I do. I
12
love
minutes,
that place.
3 minutes for that one.
4-minute walk with the stroller from this place. 5-minute
So
walk
Bad
there.
Astronaut Brewery Company, you can see Steve-O. Should be a lot of fun.
Sunday. Now, usually we play a song before we do the telemarketer turnaround, but Kevin has a twofer. He's got a parody song and the telemarketer turnaround.
Ooh. I got this song idea because when I heard APT, I thought, Chat GPT, chat. There's something in there.
Yeah.
Chat GPT.
Yeah.
So Eric loves Chat GPT. He uses it for anything and everything. It's
Instead of Googling, I just hit that, and then I'll go to Google as well. But if you want something direct, it'll get you right there. Like a
If
book
you text
like.
him too many words, he'll put it in ChatGPT to summarize it for him.
Yep.
Kids are
you give me
using
something. You can take a photo. Somebody could email you and go, I just put it in there and go, hey, can you summarize this for me? I don't have time for that.
Oh, my God.
Kids are using it for homework, and I thought, well, this is going to take over the world and eat my soul. So,
Oh, my God.
The end of this is rough. I put the auto-tune to the test.
Okay.
And it gets really wild at the end. I'll bring it down if you guys get scared or you need to turn off the radio. You'll see what I mean. The auto-tune, like...
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh, yes. Okay, so game, stop, play, you know?
Right prompt. Hit go. GPT PT GPT PT GPT PT. GPT PT GPT PT GPT PT. Does not work while I twerk. That's what I like. Eric's a user of it too. Summarize, analyze, clip my toenails. Can it please take my star test? Write a prompt that can tickle my pickle. Write a prompt that can make me thin. All these kids are gonna grow up dummies. Use AI, it's gonna stupefy. GPT PT GPT PT GPT PT. GPT PT GPT PT GPT PT. What happens when it takes over producing the show? With Eric can move to the beach. I'm saying draft this, write that, proofread my mail. Robots up from the depths of hell. Why does this read like it was written by robots? Are they gonna try to eat my soul? ChatGPT, can you go to work for me? ChatGPT, can you do fart jokes? GPT, PT, GPT, PT, GPT, PT. GPT, PT, GPT, PT, GPT, PT.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
Oh no! It ain't my face! Oh no! Oh no! It ain't my cake! Oh no! Oh no! I'm going away! ChatGPT, oh, I'm on my way!
sound like a dying animal there at the end.
ChatGPT.
Oh my gosh.
It's the rise of the machines.
All for you.
Spam calls, he answers them all.
Scammy scam.
Can I beg your pardon? What do you mean by scammy scam?
It's Special K's telemarketer turnaround
So you're a beautiful boy.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Everybody told me that.
on the Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE.
These are my favorite kind of pranks where you take the telemarketer and just
Turn it
see
around.
how long you can keep them on the line before you just drive them
Things
nuts.
that we know for sure, right, Kev? When the spam call comes through, it is always something they're trying to, quote, do for you, but really it's them trying to get some kind of financial information
Data
from
mining.
you so we can do something for them. And they have to, record. The call is recorded. And if they can't get you to agree, they move you on to somebody else who's going to be like the second influencer.
Yep.
And that's what
Closer.
happens here. We got a second one. I get passed along.
Oh, wow.
Okay, they are working on an accident claim that they assume that I was involved in an accident.
Okay.
The word here from our listeners at 37530, thank you. The word here is, can I get an amen?
No, I love the phrases you guys use.
Amen.
Can I get an amen? All right.
And then we're going to guess how many times I can get that in 2 minutes and 44 seconds between two callers.
Oh, wow. How many
Ryan,
times?
how many times?
8.
All right, Roula.
I'll go 10.
All right, and Eric.
I was going to say either 7 or 11. I'll go with 11.
All right, he asked ChatGPT that.
Yep. For Amen Thompson.
So we think that you'll say, can I get an amen that many times before they hang up on you? All right, let's see.
Yes. Here we go with the accident claim here.
Good morning. This is Sean with Smart Home Alarms. With whom I'm speaking with?
Good morning. It's Eloise Pennybaker. Can I get an amen?
How are you doing, ma'am?
Fine. Sitting here in the bathtub.
All right.
So I can't talk to nobody.
Sitting in the bathtub?
Yes, sir. I bring a telephone with me to the bathtub when I got my cooter and tutor going on the left and right.
All right. So, well, your call has been transferred over to me, and I'm one of the product specialists here, and my job is to provide you some information, and I believe I'm talking with the homeowner, right?
Yes, sir. Can I get an amen?
My name? Yeah, my name is Sean Atkins, ma'am.
Sean Atkins.
Sean, my neighbor, Sean?
Well, no, I'm not. I will be not your neighbor.
Sean, he comes over and does my pool, and sometimes he clears out my cobwebs.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get an amen?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
He's not giving you an amen.
yeah, as I told you before, my name is Sean, and this call is regarding your home security system.
What was your name, sir?
Yes, Sean Atkins.
Like the diet. I was on the Atkins diet until I passed out because I didn't eat anymore. You can't have carbs on that diet.
He put me through some...
Hello, this is Aiden. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, sir. Thank you.
All right. So we have received your information like you were involved in a car accident. So your accident happened this year or last year?
Yes, sir, it did. And they sent you my information. You already have it.
I don't have your information, okay? First of all, okay?
Ooh, whoa.
Oh, okay. Well, can I get an amen?
All right. So I just asked you a few questions, so that's why we're going to help you to get compensation money, okay?
Oh, thank you so much. Can I get an amen?
What that mean, amen?
I'm just praising Jesus. I made it. It was a very terrible accident.
Okay, how did your accident happen?
On the road. Can I get an amen?
Okay.
I mean, how did you? On the road, I know on the road, but how did?
Oh, it was with another vehicle, sir. I'm sorry, you're hollering at me. Can I get an amen?
You get my in it.
Oh my God.
Well, if you wash, can I get an amen? Hello? Yes!
It was 8.
Man, these guys are...
Now, let me ask you a question.
to the dirty,
How
man.
did they go from home security system
Yes.
to a car accident?
Exactly.
I know.
And,
Yes,
and he went from
exactly.
0 to 10 on like...
Did they just mix up their scripts?
They must have.
These guys like to take their appendage and like
Yeah.
shove it.
Totally.
He got very angry, very quick.
I mean, these guys go straight to the.
I mean, the job has to be miserable. Think about it. They're probably 15 hours a day.
Like 100 of them in that little room.
They're like,
I was so confused. I was like, wait, we were just talking about
home security.
Home security.
And now
we're talking about
an accident.
Sean Atkins was totally thrown by Can I Get a Name?
Sean Atkins,
Give
give me a
paused.
break.
you think they went to ChatGPT and said, give us the whitest white names you can think of?
Yeah, Sean Atkins.
You going for the Atkins diet?
I don't know. Well, because every time you said, "Can I get a name?" to him, he would repeat his name like you were confused on his name. But
I
why
think
did
he was
think
saying
that was prompting
He thought
him?
I was saying, "Can I get your name, please?"
Oh, okay.
Can I get your name? Can I get your name,
your
please?
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh, I love this. All right, so there are a lot of phrases you guys have
What
sent
did you
to
guess?
Kevin.
Did you say 8?
I said 8.
Ryan said 8. I said 10. You said 11.
I nailed it.
Nice.
8. Can I get an amens?
So if you want a saying of your own to be using this prank call, telemarketer turnaround, just text us at 37530. Or if you want a friend or family to be pranked outright, it's krbe.com/prank call request.
That's right. Coming up next, we want your calls at 833-390-KRBE. Tell us what you or somebody in your family does to save a buck, and we will judge it, whether it's being frugal or are you being cheap.
And I went to financebuzz.com and I found
And then you put in ChatGPT?
signs that you're actually cheap. So we can go down this list and see who's cheaper, Kevin or Sam.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
Or are they frugal?
Or is that from ChatGPT?
I should get that one. Let me.
ChatGPT.
I'll put that in there and summarize it, make it shorter for me.
That's funny.
Okay, thank you.
833-390-KRBE. What do you do to save a buck? Are you frugal or are you just cheap?
Give us examples and we'll go around the room and tell you. Yeah, that's pretty cheap.
Reusing Ziploc bags
Oh,
after you put
that's smart.
spaghetti and meatballs in there?
Oh, no.
Cheap.
You got that red
And
dye
disgusting.
or the red stain.
That orange stain, nasty. That's just
yeah.
nasty and cheap. All right, let's see what you got for us next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. Snooze on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric in 104.1 KRBE.
It's not mentioned by Friday Vibe. I like that song.
I
but
know.
On a Friday.
I need
I'm
to
like,
get pumped
Chat
up right now.
GPT, Chat GPT. I need that one again.
I was pumped
A
up.
little pumped up. It's Friday. Yay.
Fire you up.
All right, so everybody's looking to save
Chilling
a
with
buck,
a
especially
cigarette,
now.
coffee.
I feel like it doesn't matter what decade it is. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. Everyone's always looking to save some money. Everyone's trying to figure out how to stretch their dollars. So we open up the phone lines every now and again to you at 833-390-KRBE. Maybe you'll teach us something new.
And do people take,
How to save a buck.
like, if you say you're cheap, are you, like, proud of that? Because, I mean...
I wouldn't want to be labeled
Or do you want to be
cheap. I want to be
frugal?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Frugal, yeah.
Like Kev
Frugal,
said,
respectful.
real quick before we take the call, do you guys want to be known as frugal people or cheap people?
Frugal.
Definitely frugal. Cheap sounds bad.
Yeah.
It does?
Nobody sounds good being
Frugal
cheap.
sounds like we're
Smart.
smart with our money and trying
Yeah.
to find cheaper alternatives.
Because cheap is like, oh, God, you know, Sam's coming over here. She's all cheap. Watch your stuff. She'll probably take your pens and all your
Because you guys
staples.
aren't cheap.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No.
Cheap.
Ugh.
No, you want to just
I saw your
figure out a way to
backyard.
save your buck.
You got an oasis back there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm working
Nobody
on it.
wants to be known as tight with their money.
But there
It's
was
just
a
not a
girl.
positive.
But people like to brag about their deals
Yeah,
they
how they
get.
save money.
Look at
Oh,
how
yeah,
cheap
for
I am. Like,
sure.
I just spent...
Extreme coupons.
Well, because it's
all the free
basically
stuff they
saying,
get.
look, I am smart. Look what I saved.
Listen, if you start getting judged for the steps you're taking to save a buck, it's not worth it anymore. If people are like side-eyeing, you're like, that's terrible. There was this chick years ago, y'all, and now I learned a lot of things from my older siblings, as you do when you have a lot of kids in the house. And my sister used to follow this lady. She would write the Tightwad Gazette. It was called the Tightwad Gazette.
I love
I don't know
that.
how many kids she had, but I learned a lot of things via my sister telling me what she wrote in this Gazette. It was like an online blog. She had, I think, maybe 4 kids. And it was like, how do they budget their life for their family with bulk buying and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. The Tightwad Gazette. So some people are very proud to tell you how to save a buck. So we were asking you, how do you do it? Are you a frugal Franny? Are you a cheap Charlie? Which one are you?
We'll tell you.
833-390-KRBE. Eric mentioned something just off the top of his head, but that's what the first call's about. Rome is on the
serious?
line.
Are
Yes.
you
Don't say it.
serious?
Let's find
Yes.
out.
Hi, Rome. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, y'all. So, yeah, I go to my dad's place, and do y'all remember the clothes hanger lines outside in the backyard?
Of course. Yeah, my mom still has one, yeah.
Well, there was a mini makeshift one above the sink, and I'm wondering what it was for. And my pops is reusing paper towels and then hanging them up and drying them out to reuse them again.
That can't...
Oh, my God.
How much money are you saving?
What?
Well, no, a roll of Bounty
It's
can be
not
like
cheap.
$5 or
More
something.
or
Why
more.
can't
Six.
you just use cloth, like hand
Cheapo.
towels?
That's
Yeah.
just cheap.
That's really cheap.
That is cheap. Yeah.
That is
And not
cheap.
sanitary either.
Yeah, because... Oh, yeah, you're right, Ryan. If they're wiping off barbecue sauce in their
But think
face
about
and they were
this.
trying to wash
Maybe
it.
you cut up chicken on your countertop and use a little Windex and wipe that up, and you've got like
hold on,
that
Rome, let me ask you
bacteria.
this.
In his defense, he says it's just for like using water and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say. He's not wiping up chicken
And I
juice.
told him, I said, well, just put a towel up there.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Yeah, get a kitchen towel.
hand towel.
A hand towel.
Or maybe he grew up in the world when they didn't have a washer and dryer.
Where they had that washboard where they take it out in the...
Yeah, the older people. That's
Rome, definitely what I can relate to on that is grandparents of the generation they were born like in the 40s or whatever it was. Paper towel use to them. I have been shamed for how many paper towels I use all the time. From my grandma,
so many
I use a
now.
lot.
You do.
I'm like, let me just have all
We don't
these.
use we use paper towels as our towel, like when we
Yeah.
wash our hands at home.
Oh, you don't have a hand towel?
Okay, not really.
No.
a lot, but the
I
paper
have
towels are.
so
Ours are
many
more
hand
modern
towels.
house, so we don't really have like things you can
Hook it on?
like an oven. You know,
Oh,
like
you don't like having
we
the
have
towel
handles
hanging
and
off the
stuff.
wall?
Yeah. it
So
does-
Rome, okay, he's not the only one that has dried paper towels when we've done frugal or cheap before. If he's just doing it when his hands are wet, just to dry them and he hangs them, I get that. But if he's wiping up anything with it, that is disgusting.
Yeah, it's not sanitary. There's
That
bacteria.
is
Even
disgusting.
wiping your
That's cheap.
hands is not sanitary.
Yeah, let's go to Jessica on the line, 833-390-KRBE. Hi, Jessica. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, tell us what you do to save a buck. Are you frugal or are you cheap? Let's hear it.
So what I do whenever I know I'm going to a drive-through,
Mhm.
I always bring a tumbler with ice.
Well, you broke
And when
up
I
there.
order-
You
Bring a
always
tumbler with ice.
a tumbler with ice.
I bring
You
my-
bring one? Okay. Good
and I order my drink with no ice
Smart.
because I noticed that whenever I order my drink with ice, they put so much ice in the cup and you get very little drink.
Yep.
Smart.
Now, see, Jessica, I don't know where you're going, but I love ice. I also have an iron deficiency, so I love ice. But when I ask for extra ice, it's like 3 cubes. I'm like, no. I know I'm getting less drink. I need it to be very cold. I need more ice. I put all the ice in it first and then put
But the sodas
liquid.
are always cold anyway from the machine.
Yeah.
It's the iced teas you got to worry about. Iced
Yeah.
Now,
teas.
certain
I see.
ice
That's
is
what I
kind of
drink.
nice. Like Sonic has got that crushed ice. It's almost like
Right.
snow.
Because, like I said, I bring my tumbler and I fill it up with ice. So then throughout the day, when my tumbler's getting low on my drink, I just keep adding it from the cup.
Got it. But
Okay.
see, you have
I
the
like
tumbler
that.
backup. You're not just drinking a drink, no ice, all savage
Yeah,
like.
I like
Yeah.
your frugal idea. That's
Why not
good.
just
I
go
like
the
that.
Tumbler with
extra,
ice, that's
cheap,
good.
yeah.
go the
frugal.
extra mile
That's good.
and just buy sodas in the grocery store in bulk and just bring the whole soda
you don't
along
want,
with you?
you don't want that sit in your
No.
car when it's all hot and getting all
No,
plastinated,
you bring your
melted
ice cubes
plastic.
and put it in the...
But I mean, she did have to buy a Yeti or a tumbler or whatever. And those
Right.
aren't cheap.
Nope.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea to always
you
have a
get a
tumbler with
knockoff.
ice and you get no ice drinks and you pour it into your tumbler. That's a great idea. Thank you, Jessica. Lindsay's up next, 833-390-KRBE. Hi, Lindsay.
Hey.
Morning.
Hi. Okay, tell us what you do to save a buck, and we'll tell you if it's frugal or cheap.
Well, I think it's not like the last lady. That drink has to be flat by the third time she's filling up her tumbler.
That's funny.
True.
If it's
And,
soda.
and I'm with you. I've got to fight for extra ice. Me and McDonald's broke up since they canceled their styrofoam cups. So.
Oh.
But no,
Oh,
They did?
yeah.
What kind of cups do they
have
use
plastic
now?
cups,
They're
right?
plastic?
It's plastic, right? They're not insulated? Like Taco
they're
Bell
not, and it
cups.
could be like 3 pieces of ice. And I've literally told them, "Is this the drink that you would like to be handed?"
No.
Do you really think that,
Wow.
do you really think that kid behind the counter gives a crap?
We're not kids all the time.
They're not
Or
kids
anybody,
anymore.
They even
you know.
have lines on the cup of where you're supposed to put like the ice,
Right.
in the
Oh.
liquid.
Oh, they do?
Yes,
That's
look
funny.
at your
I
next
never
cup.
looked.
You'll see. Yeah.
So what do you do,
They
Lindsay?
just press the button.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, it has
that's
preset.
pre-measured, yeah.
Spit out.
Yeah,
That's
where
true.
you're supposed to do it.
So you can't just say, "Hey, could you top me off?" You know,
No,
like
because the
Well,
button says
it's
small,
different.
medium, or
You gotta
large when they
start
put it
with the
underneath there.
Yeah, with the ice.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you
gotta
do that's
start
cheap?
with the ice. If you add it on top of the drink, it's just not going to fall to the bottom. It's just, science.
Okay. So what do you do though?
I mean, I told Maud that I always order my groceries so that I don't do luxury buys, but I figured another one while I was on hold that I never put my 12-pack of sodas in the refrigerator because these kids will run through them. So if they want a cold soda, they have to put it in the freezer and have to wait 45 minutes.
That's
Lindsay,
dangerous, though, because you forget.
That happened
and then
here.
the can explodes in the freezer.
If you still have a duct tape fridge
If you
to
go on
show it.
Amazon, you can buy these little boxes that fit in your fridge with a lock.
Okay.
And you can
Oh
put,
my
like,
gosh,
say,
Eric.
candy, or you can put sodas in there, and it'll lock it.
A food locker.
Yeah.
Lord.
Really?
Wow.
I wish
but
they had that when I
it's
was
good
a
for
kid.
kids, though, if you want to protect your stuff from your
Your brother or
siblings.
sister.
Or
yeah.
you just teach them the hard lesson. My mom and dad, we would go to the grocery store once a week.
Yeah, what if you want a
and-
soda?
But here's the whole thing. She's like, okay, boys, this is what you got for the week. If you burn through, you can burn through it all right now today, but there'll be nothing for the rest
But
of
what
the
if
week.
you want something? Like, my mom never drank soda, but when she wanted one,
Oh, we knew not to
Fat
touch
Eric
mom
would
and dad's
always
stuff.
drink the Dr. Pepper. And then when she wanted one, she's like, oh, figures. Eric ate the ding-dongs. And
Listen, I'm going to give Lindsay props on frugality.
Yeah, that was good.
About the online ordering, she's right. When you are in the grocery store in person, you will buy more things than if you just had it on the list and you click the items and they curbside deliver to your car. Because you don't see the stuff hanging on the on the aisles, you know, that have the special stuff.
then you're
or
missing out on all the new stuff you never knew.
Right,
I know,
or
I
the
do love
deals.
grocery shopping. Here are some signs you are actually cheap, according to FinanceBuzz.com.
All right. Raise your hand, Sam and Kev, or,
Okay, I'm
or
ready.
Sam,
I'm
anybody.
ready.
If you overindulge in the free samples at Costco or other sample places.
When Santi's with me, absolutely.
No, I don't go
So
to
you
Costco
say it's one for
anymore.
your toddler, but it's really for you.
Or
You have a whole meal there.
Or like my mom and I went last time and we took turns going back to the same
'cause it's
place. Because it had
embarrassing.
granola. You know what the best hack is? You
What?
take like a pillow or a floor mat, like a cushion, like a rug,
Okay.
and you put it in the bottom of the cart,
Okay.
and then you put your baby in it, and then they have this little comfy spot, and then you go around and give them snacks.
Or why don't you take the dog bed in the back?
Oh, yeah.
I
They
did
sell-
do. I
put
did
that
do
in the bottom and then
the
put your
dog
son in
bed.
there.
Yeah.
There's a
Do you
little
know what
boy
they're
in
It
there.
has to fit.
smell like?
It has
No,
to
they're-
fit though.
But then there's
They're
no
new.
room in the
Oh,
cart
the
for the
new
actual
dog
items
bed.
you want to
Okay.
buy.
I put it underneath.
Okay.
Or in the
okay.
top part.
They have those giant dog beds.
I know.
The bed in there.
We
All
did
right.
the floor mat and it worked really
Here's
well.
epic signs. You're actually cheap. You buy things, you use them, and then you return it.
No.
Within the 30
Never.
days.
Kev?
No, that's cheap, Charlie.
No, you shouldn't do that.
That's almost
However,
like theft.
However,
Like with
Wait.
a drill or something. Maybe you need a drill, but you're like, I just need the drill for a little bit. I might keep it, but you're like, I really won't. Don't.
look, what
need that.
happened was I ordered a Nest thermostat.
Oh,
hate
Nest?
that word.
The Nest.
I ordered one off of eBay, and it came in, and man, this thing didn't work. It was like there was something inside the computer that was not working, so it was a dud. So I ordered one from a home store, and I switched them out, and I sent back the one that was bad, but old, but the same brand and same model number.
I mean, people do that all the time at stores. They just take the box.
It's
and then-
like Google ain't gonna be hurting.
This one is on. Sam does live in one,
If
but
everybody
Sam,
had that attitude.
Yeah,
Well, they shouldn't make a crap product.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
give me crap.
Sam, according to FinanceBuzz.com, you are cheap, Charlie, because
Yeah.
dumpster diving is on this list.
I have not gone in a legit dumpster. Now,
But
if it's
you've taken things off
Next to a
Hey.
dump.
Yeah.
Next to a
Pallets
dumpster.
and things like that.
Pallets are fine.
Yeah.
That's still dumpster diving.
By
That's
spraying
nice.
that crap
Trash.
on it, that's like then you would burn it.
Like
Yeah.
street swiping.
It's
Street
Yes,
swiping.
I like that.
How do we vote
Better
taking
than
things
nice.
from work? How do we vote taking things from work? Paper towels, creamer cups, sugar packets,
That's
things
the-
for your house.
Cheap and theft.
That's
It
yeah.
is theft.
Wait.
I mean, sugar packets, if you take
Kevin
one or two
laughing.
Splendas, I
What
don't
have
think
you
that's a
taken,
big
Kevin?
deal.
Okay,
you're a loser
sometimes
if you do that.
Wait, no, hold on. Sometimes an establishment, a restaurant, will come in and bring 400 straws.
It's true.
And those straws will sit there for a month. Now, rather than me, at home going through my reusable metal straws, then I'll just
so
all right, I'll clean off the
This is your
cabinets here.
theft
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
justification.
I'm the one who also cleans the refrigerator
It's
here
true.
and
It's not like
cleans
a
the
squatter
dishes.
over there. That
Yeah.
house is just
Right,
sitting there
right.
empty. I'm going to go live in that house for 5 months.
rent free.
I got your back on that, Kev. No,
they're
ain't
not
nobody gonna use
using
that.
You're not using it. I'm going to
Hey,
go
I
to the
just
house.
drove by a used car lot.
Yeah, the cars are just sitting
Nobody's
there.
Just
driven
sitting there.
that in like a month.
No.
I'll just take it myself.
Thank you.
104.1.
Secret sound.
Oh, the secret sound. It's time. We are in the window, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 5 chances a day to be caller 104 at 833-390-KRBE. Here's your first chance. We're looking for you, caller 104, to win this money. The jackpot is $1,248.
Wait, say that again.
$1,248.
Nice.
Like.
Here is the sound you're trying to guess. One more time. That is the secret sound. If you think you know what it is, 833-390-KRBE. We'll get caller 104 and see if we're going to give this money away or add another $104
They told
to
us in the
jackpot.
meeting what it was, and I can't even remember.
Yeah.
I can't
All
remember now.
brought to you by Shell Federal Credit Union. Let's get caller 104 next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Another winner?
Secret sound.
Or an even bigger jackpot?
KRBE.
Secret sound.
Miles Davis. I'm sorry, Miles Davis.
Miles
Why
Davis?
do we say that?
The jazz
Miles
musician?
Did I screw you over
Miles,
that one time?
yes.
Say Miles
Stargazing by Miles Smith is the next song, and I'm looking at it like
We're
Ron
changing
Burgundy,
format.
Miles Davis.
We're bringing that Louis, what's his Armstrong guy?
Louis Armstrong.
When the moon turns blue. I don't know.
That's what he sounds like.
Okay.
It's a wonderful world.
We're going to play that after we figure out if we're going to give away some money or not. It's
What's the
secret
guy's name?
sound time.
That's Louis Armstrong.
That is Louis Armstrong. What a wonderful world.
This little
Where
I
skies
see
of blue.
clouds.
Yeah, skies of blue and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So, Secret Sound happens 5 times a day. This is the first chance today that you have to guess the Secret Sound. Presented by Shell Federal Credit Union. The jackpot is $1,248.
let's get winners.
Oh.
It'd be so nice if we got a good guess or a right guess so we can give away this money. All right. Rosa, you are caller 104. Congratulations.
Hey, Rosa. Half the battle. Getting through.
Come on, Rosa.
Yeah.
You got
So,
this.
Rosa, we're going to play the Secret Sound. We're going to tell you all the wrong guesses, and then you're going to guess, okay?
Okay.
All right, here's the Secret Sound. One more time. Okay, Sam's going to give the whole list of all the wrong guesses.
I'm just kidding. Okay, Rosa, it's not clap, duct tape, deck of shuffling cards, opening Pringles, breaking pasta, party blowers, automatic stapler, Velcro, folders, paper, or hand fans. These
Folders?
are not correct.
Oh,
mean
yeah,
folders.
the hand fan, I can hear that.
Folders, I can see that too because you put them together and you.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't give explanation.
But it's none of
So
those.
they said,
What was
yes.
the last wrong guess?
Hand fans.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hand fan.
I see
Like
that.
the...
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
yeah.
fold
closing?
out, yeah.
Yeah.
They gave those away at the Astros game one time to fan them together to make noise
Oh, that's fun.
in Midway Park at the time. Now it's Dyken Park.
All right,
Anyway,
Rosa,
okay.
what do you think it is? The secret sound.
For $1,248, Rosa, tell us the secret sound.
I'm thinking it's like paper napkins, like the paper towels that you rip off the roll.
Oh, that's a good idea, but
That's not right.
that's not it. You know, like when you
Paper towel
violently just
roll.
rip one off the rack.
And then you rewash it.
No, that's
Yeah,
disgusting.
yeah.
No. We're not doing that.
Paper towel roll tear. That is not what that is.
Darn it.
It is
But
not
Rosa-
a paper towel roll tear.
You got 4 more chances to call in today, so don't think of it as a loss.
If we go unguessed for this whole day, we're going to send out a clue over the weekend.
We have to.
If we go
Yeah.
unguessed, because this is a high jackpot. So every time there's a wrong guess, Rosa, you know, we put $104 to it. So now it's $1,352. So 4 more chances today. If somebody's not getting these 4 chances, we're going to have to send out a clue. So you all send the word secret to 37530 and you're in it.
Yeah, if you want that.
You'll get all the times and
Yeah.
you'll get the clue. Thank
clue
you,
does
Rosa.
happen, you need to be in the secret.
Yeah, secret
Club.
sound
Yep.
game.
Hey, can we blow off the Miles Davis?
Miles Davis.
What a wonderful
Miles, yeah, we will. We get a scoop. We get a scoop.
All right, hold on.
Stargazing, Miles Davis.
Don't need Eric singing this.
This is Celebrity Scoop.
On the Roula and Ryan show with Eric.
Now I want to know what Miles
Brought to you
Davis
by-
really sings. Or does he even sing?
He sings, Sam.
Was
He
it
wasn't
trumpet?
the singer.
Miles
He
Davis.
was like a
jazz
trumpet
musician.
player.
Jazz
Yeah.
musician. I think I know Miles Davis from the movie Jerry Maguire, which, by the way, Scoop is brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas. Jerry Maguire, isn't that what happened? In Jerry Maguire, Renee Zellweger's character is a single mom.
Uh-huh.
She's going to go out on a date with Jerry
Miles
Maguire,
Davis.
who's Tom Cruise. And the nanny, the male nanny, the babysitter she has for her son, says, you got to play this music.
Oh.
And it was Miles Davis, I thought, jazz music.
You know what else that was? Remember that movie we saw years ago? I think we all saw it together. It was Collateral with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, I never saw that.
Where he was a cab driver,
That was good.
and he went into a jazz club and he was talking about Miles Davis.
Oh, maybe that's, yeah.
I think I just know it from Jerry Maguire, which is so crazy because that was the time where I hadn't seen the movie yet, but KRBE was playing Secret Garden by Bruce Springsteen with all the words of the movie in it.
The dialogue.
So you could hear the movie.
See, Bruce Springsteen's mad. He doesn't want to be called the boss anymore.
Really? Why?
Well, nobody's really called him the boss in a long time.
No,
But he's known
that's
as
not
that.
true. Are
What
you
are you talking
kidding me?
about?
All
I'm
his
saying
fans.
in the press, I just
Everyone
see.
says the
No,
boss.
that's his nickname.
Well, it is his nickname.
If you say
but
the boss,
Everybody
you either think
knows
of that
it's
or
synonymous
And
with
if you're old, you
Bruce.
think of who's the boss.
I don't know. I just the last couple of stories we had about him, they didn't call him the boss in the story.
Well, maybe not in your prep kit, but I mean, in reality, people all call him the
They
boss.
said the
You know
reason
that's
he
his
was
nickname,
called-
Sam?
He was called the boss because he handed out the paychecks.
Yeah.
He said. And so he would go,
Yeah,
hey,
thanks,
hey,
boss.
boss, you got the check?
Yeah.
Where's the check, boss? And
Because
that's
he's the
why he was
leader
called
of the E Street Band.
That's interesting.
And he's like, I hate being called the boss.
I didn't see any. I couldn't find anything where he sings. They said it's just all.
No,
Yeah,
Miles
it's just
Davis is
jazz
a horn
music.
player.
Well, yeah, but you were asking if he sang, so I was looking.
Doesn't
at
sing.
think
No,
I didn't
can
see
you
any
play
there.
some Miles Davis?
You want some of him?
I
Yeah.
it's
Underneath
just,
you?
might as well.
Now, if you do that, then we can't podcast.
Well,
Yeah, see?
No.
Technology in 2025.
My God,
There's some
that's
jazz.
spot on.
Jesse's, Kevin loves jazz.
All right, what about Bruce?
No, I don't know anything about Bruce. That's just Eric's observation. Sam didn't know that he was called the boss. Did you know that?
No, and my husband's texting me saying that he's in Happy Gilmore. Miles Davis.
No,
not.
he is.
No, he's in.
He said there's a funny part about it.
Yeah, but if pee in your pants is
Oh,
cool,
yeah.
then call me Miles Davis.
That's Billy Madison.
That's Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Why
Oh,
does
that's
he
Billy
pee his
Madison,
pants?
baby.
Yeah, 'cause-
Yeah, and Billy Madison, that little boy, pees his pants, and then Adam Sandler
Sandler
wants to make him not feel embarrassed
Splashes
about
his
it.
crotch.
He's like, look at me, I'm cool too.
And then the old
All the
lady.
kids pee themselves.
Yeah.
Because they look cool because they want
But
to be
what
cool.
does that have to do with Miles Davis?
And then there's an
Because-
old lady. She goes, "If peeing your pants is cool, then I'm Miles Davis."
Yeah.
Because
But
Miles
not
Davis,
his music, just his name is in the
he
movie.
was
I guess
known
he was
as
the coolest guy in the
like
30s
the
or
coolest.
something.
Yeah, he was like a
Got
really
it.
cool guy. I don't even think it's that long ago. He just died like probably in the last 20 years.
This is the most press Miles Davis has had in years.
On
know.
KRBE, it's the only time we've ever mentioned him.
Can you just play a piece of it?
Now I
It
got to
sounds
hear
so
it. Play
weird.
at the end when you.
Yeah, so we can clip it out.
When you clip it out.
hold on.
All right, let me throw you this story.
Got to get an announcer.
I am
Now, it's your Miles Davis clip.
Nah.
Minute.
I am not of the generation that had a child watching Blue's Clues, and I'm not of the generation
daughter
that
did.
watched
Son.
Blue's Clues. Like I was single and
Yeah, Ethan
you know,
and Faith both watched
hanging
that.
out in bars. So Steve Burns, who was the original guy on Blue's Clues, left the show, and then his cousin Joe took
Yeah,
over.
I never-
right?
Yeah, Joe took over.
I did not acknowledge him. Only
Well,
Steve.
when Steve Burns was still on Blue's Clues, do you remember this? When your kids were small, there was a rumor circling that he had died. Of an
I think I
overdose?
do remember that.
Yeah.
No.
He said those rumors followed him after he left the show, and they were devastating to him. He said, one of the most common things people would say to me when they saw me in person was, "Oh, I thought you were dead." Do you know how weird that is? How weird is that? So they're like, "Oh, I thought you were dead. You're still alive."
Well, it's kind of insulting.
Oh my God, that is so rude. He
Jeez,
said
I
it
thought you
caused his
died
mental
20
health to
years ago.
suffer because so many people would look at him and be like, "Oh, you're still alive."
The thing about the internet wasn't that big.
No.
You know what I mean? Like social media was not even
It didn't
close to being
exist.
around. So
Yeah.
for that rumor to spread like that, and there's no way
Totally.
to stop it. It's
Well,
like,
it's not the first time rumors have spread like that before technology. Think about Life cereal. Hey, Mikey, he likes it. He'll drink anything. Everybody said for years
Mikey likes
that
it.
Mikey likes it. They all said for years that he died from having Coca-Cola and Pop Rocks.
But that was fake.
Yeah, but look at it. That took off like crazy, like
Okay,
wildfire.
so this followed him for so long, it like depressed him. He just stayed at home, watched TV, and ate pad thai, he said. Gained like 50 pounds.
really?
Because every time he goes somewhere, like, "Oh, you're still alive." Here's one of my biggest pet peeves. And we've
He's
talked
probably
about
an
this on the
actor,
air
right? He
before.
probably wanted to.
He was
try
a
to get more
musician.
work.
He was like, he wanted to be an alternative musician. He said, like, first of all, I was losing my hair. I was going bald, so it looked weird on Blue's Clues.
Well, one of my pet peeves is when people, we've been on for a long time, obviously, and we love what we do. And we are definitely the fabric of this city because we've raised you. I mean, we've been on 22 years together, right? 23 this year. Wait, 22 this year.
Yeah,
January 13th
2003,
was
yeah.
our 22nd anniversary.
Well, your fabric looks great. Mine's looking a little ratty.
I find it very odd if somebody like sees me out, and I think it may have happened to you guys, Ryan and Eric particularly, maybe Kev. If somebody sees you out and recognizes your voice and says, "Oh, are you still on the radio?" That proves to me you did not listen to the radio this morning 100%. And you don't,
Yeah.
like, isn't that the weirdest thing to be like, "Are you still on the radio?" It's like, well, yes, I do this every day. We do this every day,
Yeah,
Monday through Friday. And even do it on Saturday, weekends with Roula. So it's like for somebody to tell Steve, "Oh, I thought you were dead."
Right, and
It's
he
like,
is all the
"Oh,
time.
are you still on the radio?" Well, yeah, we are. Because what if I wasn't and I said, "No, it ended terribly," and
Yeah.
I'm so depressed and broke.
They
I'm
fired
homeless
me,
now.
and
I
my
think
life
they're
went
just
down in
trying
flames.
to connect with you. Like
Yeah.
they're like trying to pinpoint where they know you from. Like that. That's how I take it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Sam.
Like, oh, you're still on the radio, right? Like that's how I know.
Oh,
who
it's
you
not.
are.
It's not right. It's. Are you still on the radio?
Oh, you're saying the
It's
way
that.
they deliver it?
It's the way they deliver it. Are you still on the radio? I'm like, well, I'm not 100.
Yeah.
But I'd like to live to be that long.
Or like I don't. When they tell them what you do for a living, oh, I don't listen to the radio.
and then they tell you
people I'm
something
in
you do on
media.
the radio.
Yeah, or
I just say I'm in media.
I listen to NPR.
Yeah,
that's all I
public
say.
relations.
No,
NPR.
so you're NPR over there,
Yeah.
and
That's a good one. What do you fake your job as? I
Yeah.
always say it's public relations.
Oh,
I'm in marketing and public relations.
I just say media. No,
I
they're
just,
like, what's
yeah,
that? I'm like,
I work for a communication company.
That's right. KRBE, the communication company.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
what's going down in H-Town?
104.1 KRBE.
Yesterday, you can check out our podcast. It was around, it's 8:40. We had Tiffany Bittner in from the Harris Center.
on podcast you do 8 o'clock hour because there's no commercials really, and no number stop sets and music.
Oh,
right.
Gotcha.
So yeah, don't go to fast forward to 840. Just go,
I hear you.
Near the end.
Okay, so Hair Center is such a great organization. If you know anybody who's struggling with any kind of mental illness, or perhaps they've had suicidal thoughts, or you're having to pick up the pieces after something like that, Hair Center is there. It's absolutely free, and they are a wonderful organization, and they're doing a little benefit today. So they have all this art that has been done from people, a lot of kids to adults to you name it. And you can go in. I'm going to be one of the judges today, but it's the Harris Center. You can check out some great art. You can bid on it. And I will be there. It's going to be from 1 to 4 today. And that's 9401 Southwest Freeway. All the art, like I said, created by clients and staff at the Harris Center. And if you know anybody who is struggling right now, please call the Harris Center at 713-970-7000. Now, I know something's coming Sunday, Sam.
Yeah.
Tell me about Steve-O.
If you want to giggle on Sunday, you can go to Bad Astronaut. Exactly, because Steve-O's doing like stand-up. It's a mix of stand-up, comedy, stunts, and video clips. You have to be 18 and up. So,
if you don't know, you're like, Steve-O, why do I know that name? Steve-O, Jackass.
Johnny Knoxville.
Crazy stuff.
Everything. So it's $30 for general admission. You can find free parking. Doors open at 6 p.m. Show starts at 7, and it's happening this Sunday. You can just put in your GPS, Bad Astronaut Brewery.
Why are you so bad?
Yeah.
Man.
And they have some great beer, and it's just such a fun spot.
It's where the astronauts who didn't pass the test to be on shuttles go.
And they drink away their sorrows.
Maybe Katy Perry will go there before her show.
Maybe she'll come with Steve-O. That'd be cool.
All right, coming up next, we're going to go over some things that have improved people's quality of life so much. They are so mad that they didn't do this sooner. There's one thing on the list that I feel like whatever your budget is, this makes your life, it's life-changing. This item for your house is life-changing. I don't know what your budget is.
I bought for my house. I got to bring it in because I never use it.
Oh,
I know it's a shocker.
You want to give us a hint?
You bought something that you're going to give to Sam.
What is Sam getting?
Okay, we'll talk about that next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.